Hello lovely theater kids and welcome to another Theater Video Thursday. Now this video is going to be a little different than what I promised you guys last week. I wanted to do a video on my Broadway bounds for BroadwayCon next weekend, but I ended up going to see La La Land. And it is such a beautiful movie. I just really wanted to do a review of it from an actor's perspective for you guys. And I promise next week's video will be my video of Broadway bounds for the con. So let's get started on this review. For those of you who have not seen La La Land, it centers around Mia and Sebastian. Mia is played by Emma Stone and Sebastian is played by Ryan Gosling. Mia is a struggling actress trying to break into the movie industry in Los Angeles, and Sebastian is there as well, and he is an aspiring musician. He loves music, especially jazz, and he wants to bring jazz back to fruition. He wants to get everybody back into jazz like they were in the olden days. These two meet and form a relationship together and help each other along the road of their careers. Both careers taking very different turns by the end of the movie and separating from each other. My first impression of this movie when I walked out of the theater was it was absolutely beautiful. It was very accurate from an actor's perspective, seeing Mia go through all of these trials and tribulations of having the dead-end coffee shop job to failing audition after audition, and it really resonated with me. I went to see it with my mother, and as soon as the credits rolled, my mom turned over and looked at me and she's like, "That's gonna be your life, kid. Like, hopefully it's not gonna be like what your love life ends up being," because she hated the fact that Sebastian and Mia weren't together at the end of the movie. But she's like, "That's what your career's gonna be like. You're gonna get one big break someday and that's gonna be it. You're gonna be fine. But until you get there, it's gonna suck." And I just nodded my head and agreed. Because that is what this industry is like. And especially in this industry, you need that partner that'll help push you to something bigger than yourself. And whether that be a boyfriend or girlfriend like Mia had in Sebastian, or even a best friend that you share your New York apartment with, or something like that. Like, you need somebody to push you further. And Sebastian certainly did that for Mia. The scene that really resonated with me the most was when Sebastian comes to Boulder City to pick up Mia, and he's telling her, like, "You had this big audition, you're going." And she cannot believe that he has come here, and she doesn't want to go back. She just wants to quit and be done. And he asks her, like, "Well, why are you quitting? Like, why are you suddenly, like, giving up on all of this?" And her response was, "Sometimes it just hurts too much." And sitting there in the theater, I sat there nodding my head because I know how that feels. I know how it feels to be turned down from audition after audition after audition and feel like you're going nowhere and you're wondering why you chose this life and why you picked this career path. But then suddenly an opportunity comes along and you just can't pass it up, and it turns into this wonderful thing. Now, personally for me, I had a moment like that my sophomore year of college. I had just officially changed my major to theater. I got into one show my sophomore year, like my fall semester my sophomore year, and it was great. I had a great time. But then the rest of the year, I kept not getting cast and not getting cast and not getting cast. I would tech shows, but I wouldn't be in them. And I was trying to find a summer job at any theater, like being an actor or being an intern somewhere, and I just kept getting rejected from job after job after job. And like coupling that with not being casted in school productions, it really hurt. And I had a moment where I remember being on the phone and crying to my mom and asking her, like, why did I do this? Like, why did I do this to myself? But I picked myself back up. I found a job that summer. I went, I did it, and I've come back stronger than ever. I've been working harder. I've been doing whatever I can. And I feel like as an actor, seeing that moment on screen was really raw and genuine, especially for somebody who's gone through that. I feel like somebody from just a normal audience perspective who doesn't do theater or film or anything like that, I don't feel like they can resonate with it as much as someone like myself or you watching it can. Um, Mainly because they haven't gone through, like, they may have been through rejection in their life, but they may have not gone through that same type of rejection that Mia and other actors go through, like that, when you're questioning if you're good enough or not and how hard that is. So that part of the movie really, really resonated with me, and it was really heartfelt and beautiful, and overall, this movie was a wonderful, wonderful piece of art, and I really hope it wins as many awards as it possibly can. I certainly do believe it does deserve to win Best Picture at the Oscars, and Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling, like, they both deserve their Golden Globes. I haven't seen other movies so far to, like, judge them on the acting ability, but I do think they have great contention for Best Actor and Best Actress at the Oscars this year, and I really hope that this film does well. Overall, I loved the idea of it being an old-style musical. The original songs were beautiful. My personal favorite was Here's to the Fools Who Dream, and that was the moment where I sat there almost crying because I know how that feels, and it was just a song that really resonated in my heart. City of Stars is beautiful. I loved the opening number. The opening number was just so much energy and, like, beautiful visuals and dancing, and I absolutely loved it. The montages throughout the movie were gorgeous and spellbinding, and it was just an overall joy to watch, and I cannot wait to buy it on DVD so I can experience it over and over again. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are the perfect pairing. I remember when the movie Crazy Stupid Love came out and they were paired as a couple in that movie. I remember watching it and thinking, like, oh, they have such great chemistry together. It sucks that they're not, like, in more movies in that capacity, or it sucks that they both have significant others and can't be dating in real life. But I saw previews for this movie and saw that they were paired in that way again, and I was like, oh my god, it's going to be so good. They have such great chemistry together, and they did not fail. They have such great chemistry in this movie, and it is amazing. They both dance and sing so well. For those of you who don't remember, Emma Stone actually was on Broadway for a little while. She took over for Michelle Williams in Cabaret with Alan Cumming about a year ago, I believe. I didn't get to see her in it, but I heard great reviews about her. So I knew that going into this movie, she had a theater background, and I was very excited to see her perform. One thing that also really got me in this movie was the contrast between Sebastian and Mia and how each of them thought the other's career needed to go. Now, Sebastian in the movie at one point overhears Mia on the phone with her mother, and his belief is that she wants him to take a gig with a band that would be a high-paying job, but it would take him away from Mia. And basically he thinks that's what she wants him to do, but it's really what Mia's mom wants him to do. And Sebastian goes and becomes part of this band that is really the opposite of everything he stands for. It's not the jazz music he's always wanted to play, and it's not opening the jazz club that he wants to open. And that really causes the downfall of their relationship because he thinks this is what she wants. and he never really asks her, like, is this what you want me doing? He just goes and does it. And when she tells him, like, this isn't your dream, like, this isn't what you've always told me you wanted to do, he gets really angry about it because he thinks, like, this is all what she wanted. Whereas him, when Mia gets this opportunity to audition for this big name movie that could be her big break, he's the one who drives and tells her, like, you need to go to this audition, you need to go. And when she does get the part, basically, they haven't told her she's gotten it, but they both assume she has. It's a 3-month shoot. It's a 3-month rehearsal and then a 4-month shoot in Paris. And she asks him, like, well, where does that leave us? And he says, I don't know, but I'll always still love you. And she says, I'll still love you too. It really shows that you need, sometimes, that relationships need to be let go of in order to succeed, but it also shows that it takes partnership to work together to make, like, relationships work in general, and also working in such a scary industry bearable. You need, as I said before, you need that person to push you to do more. And I think their relationship was portrayed wonderfully. I do wish that the outcome had been kind of different in the end, but I do think that they ended it in a really great way. And overall, this movie gets a 10 out of 10. It's absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful. And I really hope that all of you watching this will go see it. And I know this is another video of just me rambling on, but I absolutely loved this movie and I needed to share it with you guys. So give this video a big thumbs up if you have seen La La Land and if you loved it. Comment down below what your favorite part of the movie was, or even your favorite song in the movie. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below for more videos like this, as well as other theater videos, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye!